forecast. The extended forecast. Local radar showing any precipitation and its movement during the past 90 minutes. Intensity is indicated by the color code. Your local forecast.
To find the greatest show of genetic diversity on Earth, one must go to the jungle. The tropical rainforest biodiversity is so vast that even today it remains largely unexplored. Of the hundreds of thousands of plant species that thrive here, scientists have only taken a close look at an estimated 1%. Over 50% of the world's known plant and animal species live on a mere 6% of the Earth's surface. A concentration of life only possible because of the rainforest's multi-layered habitats, nature's version of the high-rise. The watery basement, ground floor, understory, middle story, upper story or canopy, and the emergent zone. We may think of the rainforest as a faraway place, but we're surrounded by its products. 1 out of 4 purchases from our local pharmacists is derived from a rainforest plant. The greatest civilization to emerge from the rainforest, the Mayans, believed the world tree, or Huacachan, was the central axis holding underworld, earth, and heaven together. And from the Huacachan, all things flowed. The tree of life is rooted in many creation myths. From the Old Testament story comes the tree of knowledge, which offered Adam and Eve temptation. From Buddhism comes the tree of enlightenment, for it was under the fig.
Okay, bye-bye. Thanks for calling 911. Take care.
You hate to see that happen. All this and Panda Manium at the zoo. Coming up on the Fox News at midnight.
For Motor Week, John Davis.
Hello and welcome again to Motor Week. We're glad to have you with us. Forget for a minute all the K cars, the LH cars, the Viper, Cirrus and Stratus, Avenger and Sebring, and Ram. This minivan is the vehicle most responsible for the Chrysler Corporation's 1980s turnaround and 1990s big successes. But as competitors, both foreign and domestic, kept creating new challengers, Chrysler was coming up with a response, their next generation minivan. And it's ready now to jump into the people mover fray. There's an old schoolyard challenge, usually followed by a fight that goes, if you're feeling froggy, then go ahead and leap. At this year's North American International Auto Show, Chrysler did just that, showing their intent to leapfrog over the competition and back to ringleader status in the minivan fight. Let's face it, Chrysler may have topped the minivan sales charts for the past decade, but it wasn't contemporary styling that put them there. So we eagerly gathered our first impressions of the all-new and very smart-looking 96 Dodge Caravan, Plymouth Voyager, and Chrysler Town & Country along the rocky coast of Big Sur, California. Indeed, the new generation Chrysler minivan comes out swinging for 96 and leads off with a potent combination of style and versatility. Trim, aggressive, and now very modern, our test Dodge Grand Caravan hits the road with the style and physique of a well-honed welterweight. Front and rear overhangs are minimized, body lines are flowing and symmetrical, and everything comes together in a cohesiveness rivaling the slickest car design. To put it into perspective, the wider, taller Grand models are almost 2 inches shorter than the 4 Windstar, yet boast nearly 20% more cargo space. Which brings us to the versatility part of this equation. The expected right side sliding door is now joined by an optional driver's side slider as well. Both glide on tracks neatly tucked out of sight up into the rear window frame. And with what the designers insist wasn't an afterthought, a lockout prevents the left door from snapping off the gas filler flap during pit stops. A versatile array of engines, always a Chrysler trademark, motivates the 96 van. A new 2.4-liter twin-cam 4-cylinder, borrowed from the Stratus, is the base engine. V6 options include 3 and 3.3-liter units, and this top-of-the-line 3.8. The versatile innovations continue inside as well. As expected, seatbacks can be folded numerous ways, but here you can rest a 4x8 sheet of plywood inside. Try that in a Windstar. If you need to remove the heavy bench seats, however, the job will be somewhat easier now, thanks to these nifty wheels. Presto, no more hernias. The driver faces a tall, handsome dash with a clear gauge cluster, and all accessory controls are within easy reach. A center pod houses well-marked stereo and ventilation controls, and it's flanked by airbags for the driver and front seat passenger. Adjustable seatbelt anchors front and rear are a nice touch too. Careful trimming of the headliner and dash has increased the greenhouse area for improved visibility. Drivability is also improved for 96. Much attention was paid to seat and steering wheel positions to avoid the Ralph Cramden syndrome so common in minivans.
Goalpost where it shouldn't have been. And gravy.
Eating chewy length of worm flesh, but all
closed just in case the car should break down. And we've got a different situation here in the south. The cold air has left for the most part, but the rains have not. We've already seen 4 to 5 inches in some parts of Georgia, right around the Atlanta area, south side of the city. Matter of fact, the national radar showing quite a bit of rain here. The snow's back along I-70, even into the Denver area. Now south of Denver, still some snow falling. Let's take a closer look at these thunderstorms, though. You can see here south of Montgomery, kind of got you surrounded there on back into Atlanta. Heavy rains are still falling, so watch out for some of those side streets and roads that could be flooded. As we take a look at the wintry travel, you'll find the snow's breaking out. Fairly light snow's out there, but boy, the cold is going to be around all weekend. We'll have more on that coming up.
Watch the local forecast every 5 minutes for up-to-date information on the weather that affects you 24 hours a day. The Weather Channel, weather you can always turn to.
Forecasts and weather conditions for over 600 U.S. cities. 95 cents a minute. Call 1-900-WEATHER before you hit the road.
The traffic, the parking.
Or a ride in the country with a parking spot waiting for you at Old Lafayette Village.
The noise, the crowds.
Old Lafayette Village is like a walk in the park.
I'm bored, Mom.
Old Lafayette Village means shopping fun for the whole family. Over 35 outlet stores, specialty shops, and eateries. Old Lafayette Village, routes 15 and 94, Lafayette.
Coming up, a look at your local radar. But first, the 36-hour forecast from the National Weather Service. the extended forecast. The current local radar showing any precipitation in your area. Intensity is indicated by the color code at the top of the screen. You're watching the weather.
This is in sunsets, and you can literally set your watch by it. But come Monday, it will be gone. That's because this concrete it's painted on is being torn up. It's all part of the renovations. Over 300,000 visitors.
Kenny Lofton simply throws them out. So how did this happen?
That are clear of mind, you know, that bring good feelings to each other. It is just so precious. So I'm going back. I got to go back and see what his new poems are every day.
Well, maybe